Hi, my name is Kristen Leggett, and I am the Diversity and Equity Manager for District 2. I'm also a member of BEST ERG. First, I want to offer my sincere gratitude to Wahoney ERG for their words of support during a really challenging and traumatizing time for our Black community and our society as a whole. For Black History Month, BEST ERG would like to share with you all how we are surviving and thriving these really challenging times. For me, I started off by checking within. I really focused on my mental health, and that meant seeking out the support of a professional Black counselor to really help me process and understand my emotions and feelings, and she helped me develop a self-care plan that I can really lean on during these really trying times. Then I looked back. I looked to our heroes and those that have forged the path for us to be where we are today. I looked for inspiration in our leaders like Dorothy Height and John Lewis to offer inspiration on how they were able to forge their paths as I continue to grow and develop my own path to be an equity champion.
Hello everybody, my name is Kanika Collier and I am a member of District's 2 Best Employee Resource Group, and how I'm surviving and thriving is to ensure that my 2 younger children really truly understand how beautiful they are in the color of their skin. If there's anything that I can make sure that keeps me striving and thriving, is always make sure my children know that they are beautiful, they are capable, they are kings and queens, they are loved, and I will do my best to protect them every day so they can have an experience maybe that I wasn't able to get to or the opportunity to have. But I want them to know that it's important to make sure their rights are just like everyone else. And that to me is striving and thriving.
My name is Teo Jim. I am a CPS supervisor and member of BEST ERG out of District 2. I want to thank everyone who participated in the Wahoney ERG video. It's so important for us that we continue to support and advocate for one another, and most importantly, continue to work together towards change. Within DHS, I'm in the minority of being a Black male in a leadership role, and it's so important that I take opportunities such as this that'll enhance and or create footsteps, not only for myself, but for other Black and African American employees who have the desire to thrive in their careers and reach their full potential within DHS. How I'm thriving and surviving is I'm continuously having conversations that are honest and consistent, being a part of the game plan of how do we establish change within our agency, and most importantly, holding myself and others accountable that actions do follow and assuring that we are headed in the right direction.
Hi, my name is Libby Richard, and I am a part of the BEST D2 ERG. Let's talk about how I've been thriving and surviving and what positive change I've made during this time of a pandemic and also the social injustices that we've been experiencing. I began to think about what I could do to not only help myself, but help others who may have been experiencing the same array of emotions that I had been experiencing. I decided to create a women's group. We began to meet every Thursday, and we met with women not only from Oregon, but also in other states. We would get on our Zoom call, we would pray together, we would discuss the Word of God, we would encourage each other, we would support each other if we needed assistance. So that's how I've been thriving and surviving, leaning on my sisters who have held me up, and I also have held them up.
Hello, my name is Jardima Kroeker, and I work for the Office of Facilities Management at ODHS. 2020 was challenging and confusing for most people, including myself. But there were a few bright moments, like in June when I received the Wahoney ERG's video. Their kind words directed to the Black community lifted my spirit, and their commitment and offer of solidarity against hate and racism inspired me. I began volunteering in my community in Northeast Portland, focusing on people living outside the houseless community. I built relationships and learned that simply making eye contact and letting someone know that I see you can make a huge difference in a person's life. I encourage us all to find our own sense of community in 2021. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Dwight Palmer, and I am an office manager for Self-Sufficiency District 2. As I sit here and I reflect back on the year 2020, can't think of anything else but COVID and the racial tension that divided our country. With that said, I smile because looking back, when both of those things happened, it was such a dark time in American history. But as I reflect, there was so much beauty that came out of those two things. Number one, with COVID. I think COVID showed us we need to slow down. We take things for granted. For me personally, it was with family. Because we were all at home working or the kids going to school, the kids found time to start their own business. My wife and I, we supported them. And so now they're little entrepreneurs. So with that, it just showed me sometimes you just have to slow down and focus on what's really important and what you can do to make a difference in the world. So many times we're just out there going, coming, spinning, not even know what we're doing, but we're just going because that's what we've been conditioned to. But like I said, COVID, I think, has really taught us how to slow down. And as far as the racial tension, yes, at first it looked so negative. There was such a great divide. But was it really a divide? Because what I saw people coming together, allies. I saw people side by side, standing up for one another. Even with our own DHS, we have these allies meeting, and we have such great turnouts all the time. And so, yes, sometimes negative situations will reveal people to you as far as who they are in a negative way. But then at the same time, it will also reveal to you who the good ones are. And so for me, that's what that did. It really showed me that when times get hard, we have the ability to unite and come together. And so that's how I really choose to reflect on 2020. Not so much about the negative that happened, because sometimes you don't control those things. But it puts a smile on my face to see the positiveness that came out of that. And so hopefully, once the pandemic kind of goes away, if it ever does, I don't know, once some of this racial stuff settles, I'm really hoping that we can build on the positiveness that came out of it. Because to me, I think that's who we really are. Thank you.
2020 was a wild ride, and I am grateful that I had the opportunity to move forward with so much knowledge and so much understanding and support to view the way the world works in the specific ways that it does. And I have invested all of my energy and time to furthering my education with the privilege that I have to do so. I've invested so much time and energy being able to hold space for my community, as well for continue to fight for the rights of the freedoms and equitable justice that we deserve. I have thrived and survived by raising beautiful children who will see the world as it is and how it needs to be and do the work to do so. And I will continue to survive and thrive by being in my authentic truth and offering so much love to everybody around me. Mwah!